about me, Rick James.
Open like a window, no window. Look at the videos, yourself that could be you.
Because they like Sanya On-Air. And everybody on the East Coast calls me Don. I'm like, what is Don?
My mom thought I was on Long Island, but I was at Howard Homecoming.
Ready?
Turn it up.
Let's go.
Welcome, everyone. You are now tuned into another amazing edition of Sanya On-Air. I'm your host, SanyaHudson. And how do I start off each and every single show? You guessed it. I have another great show for you. Coming up in just a few short moments, I have the latest cast member of VH1's Love and Hip Hop Miami, Florence El Luche. Now, she is setting her first season on fire, but people already knew about Florence El Luche over in Miami, but we are going to introduce her to the rest of the world. So make sure you stay tuned in. But before I bring Florence in, do me a favor. Make sure that you subscribe to all Sanya On-Air streaming platforms. Sanya On-Air is streaming on YouTube. And if you're watching this show on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also the notification button. That way, every time I upload a new edition of Sanya On-Air Celebrity Interviews, you'll be the first to know. But you can also find Sanya On-Air streaming on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Alexa, Buzzsprout, Stitcher, you name it, Sanya On-Air is there, so make sure you're subscribed. Sanya On-Air Empower Apparel. With everyone wearing masks, why not let your clothing do the talking for you? Visit Sanya On-Air Empower Apparel using the link in the description section of this episode and purchase premium t-shirts in various empowering themes. All clothing is 100% premium cotton from sizes small to 2 extra large. Your groceries and essentials delivered in as fast as 1 hour via Instacart. Free delivery on your first order of $10 or more. Now, football season is in full swing. Be sure to get everything you need for your football party so your friends won't talk about you, because I will. Make sure you use the link in the description section and be taken directly to Instacart. Make that football party an event they won't forget. How else can you support? Cash App me at $SanyaHudson. That's SanyaHudson. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Florence El Luche. Hi, Florence. Look at you looking all beautiful.
I know, I'm fine, girl. Thank you. You too.
It's raining over here in New York City. It's like storming. How's the weather over where you are?
It's good, but it's kind of rainy just a bit. But yesterday it was raining, but today it's better.
Yeah, I'm not like a rain type of girl. I like to stay under the covers when it's raining. What about you?
Me too. I like to cuddle, you know.
Yeah, give you an excuse to kiss on somebody. You know?
I know. You get real touchy.
Yeah. You know this, right? But you know, as I was preparing for this conversation with you, I realized that before you joined the cast of Love and Hip Hop Miami, like people already knew who you were. Like you were already a boss babe, okay? Yeah. So television was just a little, icing.
Extra, yes.
But let's talk a little bit about your journey before Love and Hip Hop Miami, where you really explored this genre of entrepreneurship. And I really want to unpack this because entrepreneurship today just seems like a catchphrase for so many people because social media is telling everyone they can be an entrepreneur. The PPP loans are telling everyone they can be an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. So at what age did you decide that you wanted to be an entrepreneur?
Well, I can say that I grew up in a house where my mom was already an entrepreneur. She had her own business, yes. So literally, I never seen my mom working at any company or working for anyone else but herself. So I can say I started at 11 years old where I started helping my mom with her cooking business.
Wow.
And guess what I used to do? I used to walk around the building and sell food for my mom. She used to cook, and I used to sell food for her. So since then, I was like, you know what? I think I want to be my own boss. I want to work on my own time, just like my mama. So then
Mhm.
I went to school. I went to college. I went to university for business management. Yes, business administration. I was going to specialize on accounting, but then I said, you know what? I got the business administration. I understand. I understand the marketing of it. I understand every part of it. It's time for me to open up my own business. So right after university, I opened up my own little store where I was doing different type of things for the community. You know, I'm from Miami, and yes, my first business was in Little Haiti. So basically, I was catering to that little community, which is the Haitian community, where I would help them with services. I help them file papers when it comes to TPS, immigration paperwork. I would just charge a fee. So since I have the knowledge and the education on that field, I said, you know what? I will charge them just to file for them. So that's how I got started. Then I started becoming a tax preparer. And I started preparing taxes. Later on, I said, you know what? I want to have my own restaurant. And there was the little spot not too far from my tax office. And I said, I'm going to open a pizzeria. Yes, girl. I did everything. I opened up Munchie's Pizza on 54th Street, but that did not work out for me. So I had to close it. And I said, you know what? I'm not stopping. I have to keep pushing. I have to keep pushing because I grew up in the house where, like I said, my mom was cooking. My mom had already a restaurant not too far from my tax office. I said, I want my own restaurant. I want to have my own restaurant. And that's something my husband wanted too. And then, boom, I found my spot, which is La Fouchette Restaurant. And I got myself into the restaurant business. That still didn't stop me. I said that wasn't enough for me. I needed something where I could feel happy, where I'm comfortable. Because I'm not going to be the one cooking. I could run the business, but now I want something where I'm comfortable. And I love cosmetics. I said, this is the time for me to open up my own cosmetic line. And I opened Surrette Cosmetics. I launched Surrette Cosmetics in 2017. A little later after I opened up La Fouchette. And then I launched Surrette Cosmetics in 2017.
Wow.
I didn't stop. I said I wanted more. I'm going for more.
Mhm.
So then I launched the hairline, which is Risque Collection. I've had Risque Collection online for about 3 years. And then in March, I decided to open up my beauty bar.
Wow.
And then boom. I opened up my beauty bar. So basically, I can say I have DeRay Multi Services, La Fouchette Restaurant, Surrette Cosmetics, and Risque Collection. Those are the four primary businesses that I'm focusing on besides my music career.
Wow, this is what we need to hear, because when we look at personalities like you on television, we already know there's a storyline, but this is what Sanya On-Air does. We unpack your pivotal moments and milestones. And I think it's so important that, aspiring entrepreneurs or current entrepreneurs really understand that journey, because you are truly the definition of a boss babe.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I love that. So, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. And, just coming up in Brooklyn, we had to hustle, we had to grind. So, your childhood, where did you get that motivation and persistence from? I know you said from your mother. Was your mom a single mom?
Yes, she was. It was from my mother, definitely. My father passed when I was 4 years old. So my mom's been single since then. She never had any help or support, never had anyone around really to do anything for us. And we're three girls. I have two older sisters, and I'm the youngest. And we're three girls, mind you, three girls. So she had to hustle. I've watched her hustle like crazy since when I was in Haiti, because I came in here when I was 11 years old. I
Okay.
was born in Haiti. And since when I was in Haiti, my mom used to have different type of businesses. She had trucks running around, she was doing a lot. I don't know if you're gonna understand. When you have the truck, they're like carrying um rice,
Yeah.
beans, and they have to take it to a different place. So she would charge you a fee just for the travel. So she would do that. Yes. So I watched her do many different stuff. So that's where I was like, you know what? I like it. I like the hustle. She actually handled it on her own. And
Mhm.
we were able to get whatever we want. As a child, we had everything that we wanted. We had the big houses, we had the maids, we had everything. So basically I said, you know what, if she could get it from that, then why not me? I'm
Right.
gonna hustle to get my
Right.
child, my kids, whatever they need. I'm gonna give myself whatever I want. So I got the motivation from her.
I love it. And I love the fact that it once again confirms that children can't be what they don't see. And it's also important that even if you don't grow up in that type of household, that at some point in your life, you have to surround yourself with people that can really pour into you and teach you like where to go. So I'm
Yes.
glad that you had those moments early on in
Yes.
your childhood, which
Yes.
made you such a successful woman today. But I know it's not easy opening a business. Where did you get the money from?
Well, my first business, I didn't spend so much. I opened it in 2011 when, like I said, I was providing services. So I had a little spot next to my sister, and I used to rent it from her for like $500 a month. And let me tell you, in the community, which is in Little Haiti, the Haitian community, they needed someone who can provide them that service
Mhm.
at a lower rate. This is one thing that people don't understand. They could go to a lawyer, but the lawyer will charge you thousands of dollars just to file an immigration paper for you. Now,
Mhm.
mind you, I know how to do it.
Wow.
And I'm charging you $200, $300. So they're gonna call their whole family member to come to me. They're gonna call friends. They're gonna call everybody in that area to come to me. And I was making my little money just by filing papers for them. So,
I
and
love
I was paying $500 for my little place. I did not think big at first.
Mhm.
You understand? I took it slow, and then today I can take it big. So
Yeah.
you basically have to crawl before you can walk, and then you can run. You just
Yeah.
have to take it step by step. So that's where I got my money, and all the money I would make, I would save them
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
I knew I had a goal. I knew
Yeah.
where I was going. I knew what I wanted in life. I
Mhm.
know that this little small place could give me multiple other places.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now, when I first came out, I didn't think too big. I just thought, you know what? I'm just here to provide the service at that
Mhm.
little small place. It was very small.
But
It was,
it, you know, it did
but
what it needed
it
to be
did
done.
the job exactly.
Right.
It provided the help. The moment I had just a laptop, I was okay with a printer.
Right. Right. I love it. I love to hear about these stories, especially when it comes from us. And as you were talking, it reminded me of this whole new debacle that Dave Chappelle is in. And what you just reminded us all about is give back to your community. You are an example of us, you know, just pouring back into the community. So I think that that's
I'm
important.
very big on that.
I love that, you know, born in Haiti, coming to Miami, but giving back to the Haitian community in Little Haiti. Now, a lot of people visit Miami and they just see the glitz and glamour. I see that too. And every time I go to a hotel, they say, okay, these are the areas that you don't want to go into. You don't want to go into Little Miami. And I said, why wouldn't I want to go in an area where people who look just like me? I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand. So
Mm.
speaking of Haiti, you know, just talk about what's currently going on in Haiti and how it's affected you as a Haitian. Can you hear me? Your sound is off.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you now. Okay,
Okay, I'm sorry. It went just black on me for a minute. I'm sorry.
that's okay. I was just talking about the current turmoil in Haiti. And I just wanted you to speak a little bit about that since you were born in Haiti. What is currently going on in Haiti and how has it affected you or has it not? No, still can't hear. No, no, no. You hear me, but I can't hear you. Everything's fine on my end. Let me see. Edit mic. No, you're on. I have no idea. My settings says that your microphone is up. Check the volume on your side, because this is working over here. But you can hear me, right? But I can't hear you. Oh, wow. Let me see. Let me remove you and then bring you back. Talk again. No. Right, okay. So she's gonna log off just like she just did. She's gonna rejoin us. Let me just tell you something about technology and just live recordings. These are the things that are happening, that happens now. Okay, there you go.
I'm back, y'all.
There you go. Good. So before,
Yes.
we got interrupted, I was just talking about everything that's going on in Haiti, and just you being of Haitian descent. How has that affected you?
Well, it has affected me a lot because when it comes to music, you cannot release a song when the country is not really stable. So yes, I've had a song to release for like about 2 months now, and it was held back just because of all the situation that's been happening, the kidnappings, the assassination of the president Jovenel, our president recently. It's so much that's going on. In It's horrible because the kids, they cannot go to school right now. They cannot go to work. People cannot work. It's crazy down there. So it is affecting us when it comes to music, because people right now cannot consume anything that we're giving to them because they're not at peace.
Yeah.
They are not at peace. So it has affected my career a lot, music wise, because it's very tough to get that market to feed into what you're trying to give to them. So that it's affecting me a lot, to be honest with you.
I didn't even think about how what's going on in Haiti is affecting artists, music like yourself. I
Yes.
didn't think
Performances, you cannot really perform there because you're afraid, the kidnappings, you're afraid about all that. It's a lot.
It is. And just coming off of the pandemic, people are still trying to create a new normal. And then
this, and not only that, recently we just had an earthquake.
Yes.
So my husband went to go give help down there, and to be honest with you, I was scared a bit.
Yeah, of course.
Because at one point he said, you know what, the people are holding the truck. If you don't give them some of it, they won't let it go. Or if you don't give them food or money, they not gonna let the truck go. And you don't know what's gonna happen next, because they probably kidnapped my husband in the truck. So I was pretty scared. So it's horrible down there, and it's affecting us as an artist a lot because we cannot perform, we cannot go in.
And I assume you still have family living in Haiti, correct?
Yes, I do. I have my aunt there. I have cousins there. I do.
Well, I'm definitely praying for your family and everyone in Haiti's safety, because we are definitely concerned. I mean, we're the same people, so we just want to make sure that our people are okay. So I'm just encouraging everyone tuning in, our thoughts, our prayers go out to Haiti. Whatever support you can provide, please do so, because we can help each other.
Yes, we can.
We need to help each other. But, just talking about music, there's a term that you describe yourself with, and it's the queen of compa music. Can you just tell me, what is compa? I've never heard of that. What is
compa? Is basically our genre. It's the sound of our music.
Okay.
Yes. So me defining myself as the queen of compa is basically a way to promote my culture.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying? I wanted to raise an awareness on compa. Like, I wanted everybody to ask, what is compa? Now, let's go back to my culture. Let me explain to you, what's my compa? Come listen to this. You understand? So, like I said, I'm big on my community. I'm big on my culture. So, it was a way to basically promote my culture while I'm promoting myself on the show, while I'm selling myself to crossover. I'm going to, crossover with my culture with me. I'm going to crossover with that one thing that we all come together with and find peace at, which is
I love
music.
I love
Kompa, and this is our genre.
a sense of identity, a sense of culture. I love when we take us with us, but
Yeah.
when you
Yes.
talk about the genres of music, when you throw out words like hip hop, rap, R&B, classical, opera, we know what the vibe is. So in one word, what is the vibe of compa music?
It's it's all the instruments mixed together.
Okay.
You got the tambour, you got it's all the instruments. All the instrument. If you listen to my recent single, there's a little spot you're gonna hear the compa sound. And it's all the instrument mixed together. It's like mixed with even the salsa. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. If you listen to my recent single, you're gonna hear compa in there. Once you get to the compa, you're gonna be like, hey, hold up, that's the compa part.
Right. As you were talking, you was like, there's one part of your new song where there's instruments. And I was like, that's the part where I started shaking my ass.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes. You're gonna hear all the instruments together. And if you watch the video too, slow down. If you watch it, you're gonna see all the band. It's a band put together with different instruments. So, you got the drum, you got the tambour playing, you got the guitar playing, everything all mixed together, and it's going to give you a vibe, and you're not going to stand still. You're going to have to shake your booty.
Yeah, that's what it did. I'm telling you, I was at work like, let me not go to HR.
Yes.
But, so just talking about your early businesses, right? Just the hair business, the restaurant, the tax services. So that's totally different from entering into the music business. When did you decide that you wanted to be an artist?
So this is the thing. I've always wanted to be in the entertainment industry, but business kind of like took over, so I couldn't basically explore my talent when it comes to music. After I believe after I launched my cosmetic line, I was on the internet, promoting my businesses, promoting myself, and then I decided to get into modeling. And I modeled for one of our biggest band in Haiti. It's called New Look.
Okay.
Yes. I modeled for another one called Impossible. So basically I modeled for two of the biggest band in Haiti, Impossible and New Look. And everybody was seeing me. Everybody was like, damn, she's so pretty. She's so pretty. So they fell in love with me.
Ow.
So I started going on stage with New Look. I was just going on stage as a special guest. And girl, let me tell you, I had like half of the room cheering for me.
All right now.
The moment I step on stage, everybody was going crazy like, oh my God. Yeah. And they're like, come on, give us something. You're not just going to model for us here.
Right. We want more.
Said, you know what?
Let me give the people what they want.
Let me give these people what they want. Don't forget, I'm a businesswoman. At the end of the day, I have to capitalize on that.
Right. Right.
I said, I'm not going to let that go. I'm not just going to model for them. They want me. This is what you call supply and demand right here.
Yes. Let me just pause for a second, because you just dropped another gem. You were in a space just for modeling. You saw an opportunity to capitalize off of that one opportunity, and you gave the people what they wanted. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people can be in spaces and think that that's it, and they don't know how to leverage the opportunity. So once again, the definition of a boss babe is right.
Yes, boss moves.
Yes.
Hi, I'm actress Renee Lawless, and when I'm not making heads spin on OWN networks, Tyler Perry's The Haves and the Have-Nots, I'm making time for Sanya On-Air.
Boss moves. I was like, you know what? I have to get them what they want.
Yeah.
Get them what they want. They're asking for it. So they were hungry for it. You could see when I got on stage in New York for the very first time in, I can say, 2 years ago. At
Missouri, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
If we had, I could tell you, if we had 10,000 people in there, I can say 7,000 was for flow.
Mm.
The moment I step on this stage, girl, everybody was screaming. Their phones were on. They had my name on their t-shirt. It was like, wow, it was a moment for me.
Yeah. But I don't know if just being on the marquee at Amazura, like I know, as a New Yorker, many friends throughout the boroughs, but especially Queens, when your name is on the marquee at Amazura, we already know it's going to be lit. We already know. So you just showed up and gave the people everything that they knew they were going to get.
Yes.
So when I read that you were at Amazura, I was like, okay, she's a real artist, because it's not that easy.
Yes, I'm going there next week, November 6th again, my second time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll definitely have to spread the word, to my Queens natives, or to all of my New York people.
Definitely, I'd love to see you.
Yeah. So now that you are a woman of Haitian descent, entering into or in the music industry, body image is always an issue. Now, did you feel the need to take on a sexual persona, or have you just always been sexy?
Listen, I've always been sexy, but when it comes to business, I always cover up. Because I know, that you have to wear a different jacket everywhere you're going.
Yeah.
You have to know the difference between a boss lady, between an artist, between a mother. So I've always been sexy. But it took me some time to get out of that boss lady jacket.
Me too.
It took me quite some time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I was so comfortable in it. Now I have to get out of my comfort level to get into that.
Yeah. Just speaking
Go
about
ahead.
that, just getting out of your comfort level, I totally understand. I'm going through that phase as myself. I'm the mother of a 26-year-old daughter. I was in the field of education. So, as a classroom teacher, you had to dress a certain way.
Yeah.
It wasn't until this weekend last weekend, I went out. I had so much cleavage, Florence. Like, I was serving the boys and the girls everything on a platter. And I felt so good to come out of my shell and understand you don't always have to dress this way. No. Dress to accommodate the situation. And, I consider myself, a beautiful Black woman. Why not just shine and, be uninhibited at certain points? So I'm glad that you brought that up.
If you're comfortable with it, why not?
Yeah.
It took me some time, but then I realized, I said, listen, you're an artist. You need to attract everything and everybody. And whatever eye you could attract, you need to get to the program and, bring out some sexy out. And I was like, I've always been sexy, but now I'm going to be extra sexy and I'm going to bring it out. And I was comfortable to bring it out because it wasn't a problem for me.
Right. Got it. Now, are there any boundaries that you just won't cross when it comes to your sexuality? Let's say if you want to do a video, or next you go into acting, because I see that for you. Mm-hmm. Let's say if the director said, I need you to do a nude scene. Would you do it?
Don't forget, I'm a businesswoman now. You playing with me.
And you're a mom.
And I'm a mom. And hold up, I'm a wife.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I'm not going to say never or no. I'm just going to leave a question mark to it.
Got it. Now, speaking of yourself as a mom, how old are your kids? And do they know that their mom is a boss babe and everything that she does?
Oh, yes. My oldest is 15.
Oh, yeah.
The middle one is 11. And the youngest is 7. So I had them all 4 years apart.
Wow.
So they're all 4 years apart. Yes. And they do know that mom is a boss lady. Yes. They know mom is a boss lady because they help me run my businesses as a matter of fact. My oldest son, yes, he helps with packing, packaging. The youngest one be carrying this to there, or they go to the restaurant with daddy to make sure they're clean up the backyard, because the restaurant, the La Fouchette, we have a backyard where we throw events. We hire artists, and yes, we hire artists to come play. So sometimes they have to come up and clean. So they have to put their hands into.
Talk again. I think your sound went out. There you go. I hear you now.
Okay. Yes. So they help out. So they do know mom is a boss lady.
Good, good. So history is repeating itself. You used to help your mother, and now your children are helping you. So now your children can see what it takes to be an entrepreneur, and hopefully they will explore that lane as well. That's amazing. No. Something's happening when you touch whatever device, it automatically mutes you for some reason. No. You might have to go back out and come back in again. It's okay. This is what happens. If you are aspiring to be a radio host, television host, podcaster, whatever media host, you got to go with the flow, honey. There she is. There's Florence. I hear you.
I'm back on quick.
There we go. So let's transition.
No,
We talked about
I would
your
say.
entrepreneur. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, we were talking about your entrepreneurial efforts, you being a mom, you being a wife, and the next part of your journey, we now see you on Love and Hip Hop Miami. Now, typically it takes time for a new cast member to develop a strong storyline, but your storyline kind of developed very, very quickly. First, tell us, how did you become a cast member on Love and Hip Hop Miami?
Well, they reached out to me. I was popping. They was looking for a Haitian couple, and I'm the hottest Haitian artist out there right now, to be honest with you. So everybody referred Flo. Everybody said, you know what, contact Flo. And the moment that they contacted me, and I was like, you know what, I called my husband. I said, hey, listen, I got a phone call from VH1, Viacom, and what's up? What are we doing? Are we taking it or not? I feel like it's a great platform for me to cross over. Why not? Let's bring it on. And we already out there. Everybody knows my husband and I in the Haitian community. So let's start sharing a few things with them and use it to get to the next level. As a businesswoman, again, it's a great way to cross over and share my talent at a different level.
Yeah. So wait a minute. I want to make sure I heard you correctly. So out of the blue, your phone just rang like, and he was like, hello. And it's like, hi, this is VH1 or Viacom. Like, that's how that happened?
Yes. They called me. They reached out to me. I had a meeting with, yes, the first they called me. They reached out and they were like, we want a meeting. And I said, okay, stop by at my restaurant. You could meet my husband and I. And then she came and she did her thing. We did our thing. We talked, we communicated, and they felt like that was a perfect fit. Then I moved on to the next interview and the next, and boom, I'm on television. I'm on Viacom. I'm on Love and Hip Hop.
I love it. But what that confirms or affirms is the universe will meet you exactly where you are. You already put in the work. So the universe came to you. You didn't have to jump through hoops to create this opportunity for yourself. So that once again speaks volumes to the work that you have put in.
Yes.
Message for those tuning in.
Yes. And people are watching. Even if they're not liking your post, they're not commenting, trust me, they're watching. And you don't know who's watching. So make sure you always do your thing right. You sell it clean, the way you want others to see it. Professional, clean, because there's certain people that are watching and you never know who might give you that phone call that's going to change your life.
So true. So true. So on the show, we have other amazing, phenomenal female artists, but I don't see you filming with them too much. Was that intentional? Like, what's going on where you're not filming alongside like true?
That was due to COVID. They didn't want to put us together. They wanted everybody to have their own story, and they wanted to change the way that they usually do things. I'm not sure if I could speak on it a lot, but they wanted a change, so that's why. And due to COVID, they wanted to separate us.
Got it. So how long did you film for?
I think I filmed for a good 3-4 months.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Wow.
It was a good 3-4 months.
Just going back to the pandemic, and then we'll get back to Love and Hip Hop Miami. Like, how are you doing, now after the pandemic, just emotionally?
Well, after the pandemic or during the pandemic?
During the pandemic, yeah, because that was a lot.
Yes. During the pandemic, I went crazy. My business went down. My businesses went down. I lost a couple of family members. I couldn't go out. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't travel. I couldn't get in the studio. Basically, I thought my life was over. I was like, what's going on? I was super scared. It was crazy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then here you are on
It
the
was
other
crazy.
side of the pandemic, just
Yeah.
picking up the baton from where you
It
left
was left off. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I wanted to make sure that I captured that, because in this journey of, going towards success, there will always be moments where you may have to stop, you may have to rest, you may have to sit down. But then after that turbulence is over, you have to pick yourself back up and you have to continue the race. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. But back to Love and Hip Hop Miami. When we were talking about your storyline for this season, we see you and your husband going through some situation. And I don't think of it as a bad thing at all, because I'm not in a relationship. I love to look at marriages. I love to see what they're going through, how they solve their problems, because that gives us teachable moments.
Yes.
But just talk about what happened between you and your husband. You found out that he was cheating on the show. Where are you and your husband now in a relationship? Because you're still calling him your husband. Where are you two now?
Well, we're trying to work things out. We have 3 kids together. We've been together for so long. And I know a lot of people going to say, girl, you stupid. Girl, you crazy. Girl, you this. Girl, you that. But it's really not about what anybody is saying. It's how I feel and what I think about my family, my kids, my children. I did take my mom advice when she said that because of the kids, us Haitian women, we tend to stay in the relationship where we're not happy. But this was never the situation that I was going through. I always loved my husband and I feel like he always treated me right. It's just this infidelity issues that we have. And I do feel like if he did really love me, he would have never done that. But at the same time, am I really going to find another man out there that's going to be truth? I don't know.
So
It's
do you think that it's inevitable that every woman will get cheated on at some point by a man?
I don't think so. But at the same time, too, I don't know. Because most of the times you meet other women and it's the same story. It's the same story. It's like it's repetitive to most people that I've met.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, exactly. But my husband actually went through a situation where I was kind of like, I felt bad for him, and that kind of bring us back together and connected us back together. But I can't talk because it's on the next episode. So everything if I talk right now, it's going to be everything that's on the next episode.
Got it.
So,
but not to give away too much of the upcoming episodes, we just want to really just unpack. How do you get from a place where you find out that your husband is cheating, but you continue on in the relationship? What type of work did it take for you to get to a place to say, you know what, let's work through this? What does work through this mean? How are you working through this? Florence?
I got disconnected. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but your screen is totally black. Can you hear me still? You might have to go back out and come back in. Ain't that what he said? Just a little humor. Florence, see if you can go back out. Yeah, okay, she's going to go back out and come back in. So she'll be joining us in just a few short moments. This is a real topic that a lot of women face, the topic of infidelity. So I just wanted to really unpack this a little bit more. So Florence, I'm glad that you're back. What does it mean when you work through infidelity with your husband? What did you and your husband do to work through it?
Well, we had to communicate more. It's communication. Yeah. Anything that you're working on, I feel like it's communication. You have to communicate and better understand each other.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
something must have went wrong somewhere
Right.
that's causing all this.
Yeah.
So what I want to hear you. I want to know what you're going through. What's your problem? What's bothering you? What am I doing wrong?
Mm.
You understand? So it was just a communication, a conversation between the two of us.
So just strengthening your communication. Got it. Got it. So, what I also want to ask is, for many women or for some women, infidelity is not a deal breaker. So since infidelity is not a deal breaker for you, what is a deal breaker?
I can say if I find out that he has another child,
I know it. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm not gonna go through this. Mm-mm.
Got it. And the way that the news of your husband's infidelity was told to you was by your sister, because your husband was, cheating with one of your sister's friends. How is the relationship between you and your sister?
Our relationship is great. I'm just a little upset with her, the fact that she waited so long and she was taking his money to keep it a secret. But at the same time, I know my sister. I know that's something that she would have done.
Mm.
So in life, you need to find out if you need to find out people's personality in order to deal with them. Nobody's perfect at 100 when it comes to your personality. You might have something that I don't probably like, but yet you have something else that's so good about you that I can't let you go as a friend. So this is my sister. I know all her flaws, and I know her, good part too, her good side as well. So I know that's something that she would have done, but at the end of the day, she still told me, even though she waited on the show, like she was holding it. I'm like, you know what? I'm still thinking, if I wasn't on the show, I don't think she would have told me. But she said, yes, I still would have told you. But then I'm like, you know what? I don't know.
Right.
But still, our relationship is good. We're just not that close because I'm so busy with my career, anyways. So, but we're good.
Got it. And now mental health is, something that people are paying more attention to. I'm really, concerned, especially when it comes to women of color like you and I. We have so many challenges and so many obstacles on a daily basis. Because you found out that your husband was cheating and it was with one of your sister's friends, how is your mental health and also your trust issues at this point?
Honestly, right now, I have no trust for this guy. I'm mentally done when it comes to trusting. It's like everything that you've worked for is just going out right outside the door. When you needed the person the most, when you're supposed to be focusing on taking things to the next level, on pursuing a career, a new journey where you would need that partner to stand right besides you, and that's the time he's messing up.
Right.
So mentally, it affects me.
Yeah.
Because I can't focus. I can't do this. I had a track that I was doing with Ray J. I was in the studio. I couldn't focus. Like, you messing me up right now. And you shouldn't have been the one that's doing that. You're not my enemy. You're supposed to be my lover. How could you be doing this right now? So mentally, I'm not okay.
Right.
I'm trying to work it out. But honestly, no, I can't even trust you.
Wow. So if you can't trust him, is it still an option where you may eventually get to the point and say, I don't think that this marriage is an
It's
option?
gonna work. Yes. I don't know. I'm still in the process of working it out. You understand? I'm trying. I want to at one point, but then you think about all these things. It's like, nah,
Right.
Or maybe I'm just gonna stay single at the end of the day.
Got it. But what I want to remind you of, and you said it at the beginning of this line of questioning, I'm sure that viewers, family members, they're giving you all of their opinions. I love the fact that you said, this is your life. This
is my
your
life.
Family. You have to do what's best for you. I applaud that, because who cares what other people think? It may be the wrong decision for them, but as long as it's the right decision
It's
for
good
you,
for you. Yeah.
that's all that matters.
And it may be the wrong decision for me at the time, but let me find out myself. I don't
Yeah,
need anyone to tell me what to do when it comes to my relationship, my feelings, you know, my family. And
yes,
just like I said, at the end of the day, you never know what might happen. I might just get a divorce and stay single.
right, right. We'll stay tuned. We'll stay tuned. You did bring up that, it affected your music, and especially when you went into the studio with Ray J. Did you two ever get back together to record the song?
Yes, yes, yes. We're currently in touch.
Nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice. So, we do have to wrap up this conversation. What's next for Florence El Luche?
Well, career wise, my new single just came out with a video, so I'm
Slow
enjoying
down.
this right now, and I'm hoping it, reach to the level that I'm trying to, get to. I'm just focusing on music, working so hard. I'm in the studio 24/7, and it's a lot of surprises. I just hope everybody stay tuned and stay connected to me. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, follow my YouTube page because I have a lot coming up. And stay tuned for Love and Hip Hop too. Watch the episode so you can know what's gonna happen next, and maybe you find out what I'm gonna do.
I love it. So just to repeat and remind my audience, the name of the new single is called "Slow Down," correct? And
Yes, slow down.
there's a video streaming. The video is hot. The song is even hotter.
Thank
So
you.
make sure that you
Yes.
tune in to watch Love and Hip Hop Miami. Make sure that you stream across all platforms her latest hot single, Slow Down. I'm telling you, you are going to dance in your seats. Trust me. I love the song. Florence, you are beautiful. I love your energy. I love what you represent. Thank you so much. Stay being you, and don't let anyone deter you from what you know is right for your life.
That's it. Thank you so much. I was happy to be here with you guys and happy to talk to you. And hopefully I'll talk to you next time.
Yes, yes.
Thank
Take care, Florence.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I really did, or really do, admire and respect everything that Florence El Luche said to us. Sometimes decisions that we make, it may look very, very absurd, especially when it comes to forgiving a loved one. If you're in a relationship, which is dating, or if you're married, and when the cheaterization of it all goes down, how will the person respond? Really is ultimately up to them. Also, I'm glad that Florence El Luche talked about her entrepreneurial efforts. She has multiple businesses. When I speak to influential people, what I've learned, the most successful people have a diversified portfolio. If you don't know what that means, it means that they're doing multiple things in order to generate a stream of income. At the age of 11, Florence started tapping into entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship isn't for everyone, but if it is, this is definitely an interview or a conversation that you should repeat over and over again. She had lessons early on from her single mother. When I tell you, when I see the grind and the hustle and people, I really do want to know about their early humble beginnings, because that's where it starts. There's something that goes on in the beginning stages of a person's life where if something's missing, they're going to work triple times just to get it. So make sure, once again, that we said that you tune into Florence El Luche's latest single, Slow Down. It is definitely a vibe. It gives me all of the combination of the music genres that I love. You can get this all in compa. This is the music that I am now just been introduced to, and I just want to familiarize myself a lot more with it. So make sure that you stream and get those numbers up. Her latest single, Slow Down, and also getting those numbers up. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram. I am found under Sanya_On-Air. Make sure that you locate Sanya On-Air across every streaming platform, and make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you like. Make sure that you leave a comment. Make sure that you share. Make sure that you repost. Get the Sanya On-Air numbers up. Also, make sure that you look in the description link of this episode. I have items that you can purchase or sign up for Instacart. Instacart shopping made easier and quicker. If you're also looking to visualize your brands a lot more, contact me at SanyaOnAir.net. I'm going to leave my email in the description section as well, so that you can get an amazing digital billboard. I have them available in 41 states. 41 states. Who doesn't want to see their brand on an amazing, large digital billboard? Also, I have Sanya On-Air Empower Apparel. Make sure that you go to the description link as well to purchase some amazing affirming apparel that you can wear. We're all wearing masks. Why not let your clothing speak for you? I think that's about it for this edition of Sanya On-Air. Once again, our hearts, our prayers go out to everyone in Haiti. We pray for your safety. We pray for your, we pray for your peace. Thank you for tuning in. This has been another amazing edition of Sanya On-Air. Smooches, dolls.